Okay guys, I know this is not what you want to hear, but let's be honest. The extraction shooter market is a really fucking brutal place. We have a lot of things to worry about. The hype has grown into ridiculous lengths with our graders. We are sitting at the Steam's most wishlisted games at position 8. We have a week to a possible release. We have no idea what the end game is. There is zero information about anti-cheat, and you know how many games fail at launch due to server issues. The devs are about to go on a summer break. We might be looking at a quiet couple of months if they release and face any struggles. Maybe we actually are just getting an open beta launch on June 6th. I do hope so. We know rumors and data mined leaks about other maps and arc bosses, but do we know how far along they are in the development? Are we sure this game has enough depth to carry on once people are done with the honeymoon phase of how amazing the game looks and sounds? What if it becomes repetitive after 100 hours, maybe 200? I've seen it before. Actually, most games that I really enjoy at first become quite boring after the first 100 hours. It's games like Tarkov and DayZ that have incredible amount of depth because of the vast amount of little details and huge challenges to overcome. It's games like DayZ and Tarkov that are not really that good when you start. It's like my experience with these games has been like, it kind of felt like I had to work a lot to get into it. And I think here lies the secret to a long-lasting game. It kinda has to be a slow burner because there's almost too much to learn at first. Our graders, on the other hand, seems to be quite easy to get a hold of. Quite easy to learn the basics, grind through the progression and have fun while doing it, sure. But is there anything to carry over once that's done? To be honest, we only had 5 days with the tech test. And I think people were already kind of in the end game, right? Like after 5 days? I don't think anyone could do that with Tarkov, even with 10 years of practice, right? Does the scope of our graders have the future plans for development that keeps players returning back like Tarkov has? You know how much this whole genre has suffered from the fact that the gold standard is a community that considers the first 1,000 hours as a tutorial to learn the basics? In Tarkov, in our graders, that's more like 10 hours. So let me be honest, I don't think our graders is going to compare to Tarkov. Even if Embark gets the fundamentals right for a wider audience and creates a very good game with a loyal community that loves the setting, the player interactions, the PvP and the different types of bosses. Is there any sort of bigger innovation that keeps the game evolving into something more than it is, or is it just content updates after content updates, where it just becomes a cycle of more of the same? Like, are we going to get the game that's exciting to grow with? Or are we just having fun, creating and consuming content for it to keep us entertained? I mean, sure, that's what every game is in the end. Sure, that's what all of the content about gaming is in the end. But how many of us are like true Tarkov heads from the beginning or since years ago, who were excited to follow the game's development? Who were excited about the totally new approach Tarkov had to gaming and marketing. The lead dev that didn't care about what the players wanted because his vision was better. Are we now at the point where this kind of straight up artistic vision for a game is now commercialized again, stomped to the ground and 3D printed into a market-pleasing product for the masses? Does our creators live up to the hype we have created for it? And how long will it last? What exactly do we want, hope and need for Embark to give us in order to create that unique kind of cult-like following that games like Tarkov has? Does Embark have the kind of vision that dares to go further than any of us could dream of? Or are they just cashing in on the idea of a market-driven concept of a dream game, which in the end might just not be enough to be able to really run the marathon? So yeah, that's kind of my thoughts at this moment. I would love to hear your thoughts. Does the Arc Raiders have a chance to make it? I know it's gonna be big, I know the launch is gonna be huge, but what after that? Is there anything after that?
An Arc orbiter is en route. The safe window is closing. 10 minutes to get out of there. I repeat.